Good morning. Everyone's attention. Thank you. So it took us a couple minutes. As we said earlier in the year, we have a new system, a new projector, which is nice, a new screen. We also had some changes with our sound. So sometimes over the weekend, when people come in and work on the system, things are unplugged. They don't exactly sync up the way we left it on Friday. So it took us a couple minutes just to get back where we needed. Appreciate your patience, and then we'll get started. First, welcome to the Quarter 2 House Awards Assembly at West Rocks Middle School for the 2019-2020 school year. First, thank you to the parents and guardians and family members who were able to take time out of their day and recognize the achievements of these 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in Delta House. And if we can give them a big round of applause for coming out here today. First, we are over halfway through the year, amazingly enough. It just feels like it was August, a blink ago. It goes fast and slow all at the same time, if you know what I mean. But over the course of this semester, our students have done a really good job. They continue to develop relationships with their peers and their teachers. They've completed performance tasks, labs, they've applied their thinking, and they seem to make decisions that impact their future on a daily basis. They're taking on new challenges in and outside of the classroom and developing new skills each and every day. Our House Awards are really built on the 5 pillars that we feel are essential for success: with leadership, service, character, scholarship, and perseverance. Leadership is crucial. Now, this takes on many forms. Not necessarily just someone that's going to stand up in front of others and tell them what to do, where to go. Sometimes it means just leading by example. And we're seeing more and more of that out of our students that maybe not be willing to stand up and share and public speak. But if they're making the right decisions in the classroom and in social settings, that's what we want to see. We want our students to contribute to the community around them. Last month, we celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. Day with a day of service. As he shared, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. And we think it's really important to not only serve the small group around you, but the community at large. Character. This is the stuff that's inside you. When faced with a difficult decision, what will the student choose? Will it be the easy way or the right way? We want our students to demonstrate academic achievement and work ethic in the classroom. This is scholarship. This means doing excellent work and pushing the bar in assessments, tasks, and general engagement in schoolwork. Again, this isn't just grades, but studying, contributing to group work positively, and demonstrating 21st century skills. We want our students to try their best, even when the outcome seems impossible. Perseverance is when faced with the greatest challenges, our students continue to give 100%. So today, we're going to recognize 3 students in each grade level in Delta House in all of these areas. A teacher or staff member will come up, describe the criteria for the award, and call the names of the students that won. When all 9 are up here, we will give them a big round of applause and grab a quick picture. Just for the students who are going to win the award, it's a little bit different as we're preparing for our Frozen, our Frozen musical in March. Make sure you get your tickets. As you come up, it's kind of a step. Make sure we're going up here, 1, 2, and we're walking all the way across. It's higher than it ever has been, so make sure we're not falling off the other side. I figured I'd get a reaction. All right. Finally, there's there's our Pause Award. You saw some pictures as you came in. Parents and guardians, if you signed in as security, you saw the first quarter winners of our Pause Award with the pictures behind in the glass. PAUSE is our school-wide acronym for Positive Interactions, Accountability, Willingness, and Safety, which leads our students to success. You'll hear more about this, and we have our Quarter 2 Pause Assembly reward activity this coming Wednesday for anybody who earned 2 Pause cards in Quarter 2. So this Pause Award is really the most valuable player or student in the house. There's only 1 per grade level. This student really demonstrated all the intangibles that we hope to have in a student in our school community. Examples of that is doing the right thing when nobody's looking, completing your work, then making corrections because you know learning is the most important thing. It's not just about getting a good grade, but it's the learning that you take away from it. It means being positive at recess and not only walking away from a bad situation, but making it better. We're gonna have, again, one of these per grade level. And these next students will also see their pictures in the glass case. At this time, I'm gonna introduce the teacher who will present our first award. Let's give a big round of applause for social studies teacher, Mr. Festa.
Good morning. I'm going to be representing the Leadership Awards. Today I get the opportunity to acknowledge the Delta House students who have been recognized by our House members and West Rocks Middle School faculty for their outstanding leadership qualities. These students have been positive influence on peers. They demonstrate academic initiative and reliability, and they are leaders in the classroom or other school activities. Please hold your applause until all 9 students have been called and they've received their certificates. Miriam Garcia. Just hold your applause, we'll get through the students. Melina Macias. Lorena Greca. Ruth Navarro Marina. Kayla Osario. Sharon Porras, Ayana Santos, Natalie Tejada, Bernardo Torres Zuniga. Please give them a round of applause. Presenting the Service Awards, ELA teacher, Mrs. Wax.
Thank you, Mr. Festa. I'm Laura Wax, good morning, and I teach ELA grade 6. I get the opportunity today to acknowledge Delta House students who have been recognized by staff and faculty here for their service in and out of school. These students work well with peers and possibly even mentor other students. They are willing to take on additional responsibilities, volunteer, and assist others both in and out of school. Again, please hold your applause till all 9 students have been called and they are up on stage. Amaya Acevedo, Justin Boyd, Lady Castillo, Kennedy Ferdinand, Mary Jimenez, Juan Prego, Kayleen Ramirez, Brianna Rivera, and Madison Ruppart. Congratulations.
All right, service.
It's my pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Novotny, who will be giving the award for positive character.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ms. Novotny. I teach 7th grade ELA. Today I get the opportunity to acknowledge Delta House students who have been recognized by our House members and West Rocks faculty for their positive character. These students consistently exemplify positive and desirable qualities of behavior. For example, having a positive outlook, being friendly and accepting. They comply with school policies and demonstrate the highest standards of honesty, academic integrity, and reliability. Please hold your applause until all 9 students have been called and they have received their certificates. And I apologize if I pronounce anyone's name not 100% correctly. Ethan Archilla, Alexander Arpino, Sarai Godinez, George Cotribas, Nari McGee, Kevin Parada, Jessica Pinta, Adrian Takuri, and Eleni Tagrides. Presenting scholarship is Mr. Dennis Tegmeyer.
Good morning. Mr. Tegmeyer, I teach 6th grade math. Today I get the opportunity to acknowledge the Delta students for their scholarly abilities. These students have demonstrated high academic achievement, specifically on their quarterly, semester, or yearly grades. They earned a high GPA, achieved their NWEA or their math, their standardized growth, and they were recommended by a teacher. So again, if we could just hold our applause till I read everybody's name. First, Sinai Christie. Kimberly Das. Junior Garcia Wandermano. Nice job, Junior. Alvin Juarez. Sarah Luma. Preston Martinez Paredes. Dimitra Papadopoulos. Christian Pierre. And Tylea Sims. Congratulations. All right, perseverance, Dr. Shea,
Perseverance. Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after another. A quote by Walter Elliott. Today I get the opportunity to acknowledge the Delta House students who have been recognized by our House members and the West Rocks faculty for their perseverance. These students display a never give up attitude and consistently put in above average effort. Again, please hold your applause until the end. Dejanay Brown, Cameron Fife, Gabrielle Jane Garrido, Edwin Morales, Sarah Mustafa, Camelo Phillips, Emily Ramirez Navis, Brandon Rojas, and Kyle Sang.
Okay, before we transition, I didn't introduce in the beginning, but we think it's important. We think attendance is really important, and we want to make sure we emphasize it. I didn't introduce it, describe it in the beginning, but it is something that we started the first quarter, and we're going to continue it. Anybody with perfect attendance for this quarter will be recognized. We're going to do an alphabetical order. Two people, Ms. Dernbach and Ms. Mulan. I'm going to introduce them in just a second. But just one other piece. I didn't say in the beginning, the reason why we hold applause until the end, until all nine. I know sometimes difficult, especially when we recognize our peers and we're excited. But one, we want to make sure everybody gets that same feeling of applause, right? If some people gets claps and other people don't, and that's not the point of the recognition ceremony. So we call everybody up at 9 to make sure everybody gets a hoot and a holler and everybody feels recognized. So we want to make sure, that's the reason. I know we say it, and I ask the teachers to say it at the end of each one, so it becomes a little monotonous, I get it, but that's the reason for it. So we are going to recognize anybody with quarter 2 perfect attendance, and then we'll have one other applause award before we wrap up our awards for today. So at this time, I'm going to call up, are you going to start, or is Ms. Mulan? Okay, and now, so Ms. Mulan and Ms. Dernbach.
My name is Denise Dernbach, and I am honored to be the school counselor and house leader for Delta House, and Ms. Mulan, our 8th grade math teacher for Delta House. A missed day at school is a lost opportunity for students to learn, and today we get to acknowledge those students who have had perfect attendance for quarter 2. This means that they were here every day, and they were not late to school. Data shows that students who attend school regularly have been shown to achieve at higher levels and are more prepared for learning. Good school attendance is important because it helps students develop habits that will help them be successful for the rest of their lives. Attendance habits are delivered early in life, and children who have good attendance habits in their school careers are more likely to continue them. We will be calling students in groups of 10, so please hold your applause until we finish calling all the names.
Amaya Acevedo, Danny Cabrera Herrera, Annie Kanoui, Angeline Chavez, Roberto Corona, Maxwell DeCharia, Christian Escalante, Christian Flores Ocampos, Miriam Garcia, Xavier Gonzalez, Isaiah Grant, Braden Hinkins, Jean Locard, and Sarah Luma, Sarah Mustafa, Sophia O'Malley, Jorge Orabiza Gill, Alexis Perez, Christian Pierre, Brianna Rivera, Massimo Rufo, Madison Rupar, Victoria Rupar, Andre Salinas Perez, Cameron Salters, Kyle Singh, Mohammed Sek, Jonathan Smith, Madeline Tejada, Eleni Torquidis, Gabriel Turek, Salvador Vega, Heidi Velasquez Pineda, Zachary Young, Isaac Zapata.
Perfect attendance for quarter two. That was Miss Milan's class, cheering, but she did a phenomenal job. Good job, Miss Milan. I know there's a lot of transition. If you think about it, though, it wasn't very many kids. It's an accomplishment, and that was only quarter two. We're not saying that we're keeping track of quarter one and quarter two and quarter. If you just put together a perfect attendance in quarter two, we recognize you. We have 730 students at West Rocks. Okay? Divide that by a third, thereabouts, and that's where our Delta House is. And so that many students, that means a lot of kids. We had a tough flu season this year. Got it? We had sometimes it's difficult to get up, whether there's problems with transportation, and whether there's all of those things that can happen. But any day you're out means you're missing learning. So So we do want to recognize it. It's a challenge, but we want to make sure if you do nothing else, showing up. A famous comedian once said, 80% of success is just showing up every day. So do the best we can. We want to make sure we show up every day. We want to do a better job of attendance, and we want to recognize that. So we have one more award before we call it a day. It's our Applause Award. You're going to have one award per grade level. It goes with our acronym, just to say it again: positive interactions, accountability, willingness, and safety. And we're going to break the rule this time, because there's only 3 of them. We're going to, after each one, we'll give them a big round of applause. We'll come on up, and we'll wait for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and we'll get a picture before the end. So our 6th grade Pause Award, like our MVP or MVS for this quarter 2. 6th grade is Ariana Blackwell. Our 7th grade Pause Award winner in Delta House is Kate Putterman. All right, one more. Again, the Pause Award winner does all those little things, those intangibles, can't really put your finger on it, that the teachers in the house just recognize. But just kind of, this student stood out above all others for this particular award. Our 8th grade Pause Award winner is Christine Jean-Pierre. Big round of applause for we made it. There we go. Okay, before we wrap up, again, we have about halfway through the year. We have, if you didn't earn an award today, you have another opportunity next quarter. Just everyone's aware, you can only win 2 awards over the course of the year. Try to get as many people recognized as we possibly can. And sometimes honor roll, no matter how hard you work, isn't within your grasp. But everyone can work hard. Everyone can show good character. Everyone can be a leader in some way, shape, or form, even if it's leading by example. So it gives you something to strive for. And everyone can show up every day. So hopefully you work hard, set your goals, and maybe you can recognize next quarter in our House Awards for next time. Again, one more big round of applause, one for our winners and for our parents and guardians. And if you won an award and have a family or friend who came this morning, when your class goes and heads back to your classroom, if you could come down, pay your respects, say hi, big hug if you want to get some pictures to all your family members.